Sachin Tendulkar. This name isn't just about cricket. It's about passion, struggle, and never giving up. His journey wasn't easy. He started as a boy with a dream and became the god of cricket. But do you know the battles he fought along the way?
Yeah, I know he was a great player, but wasn't he just naturally talented? Some people are just born lucky, right?
Luck. Do you think luck made him wake up at 4 a.m. every day for practice? Do you think luck helped him face the world's fastest bowlers at just 16 years old? No. It was his hard work, discipline, and sacrifices that made him who he is.
But I've heard he failed a lot too. Wasn't he out for a duck in his very first match?
Exactly. Imagine this. A young boy making his international debut against Pakistan, facing legends like Wakar Younis. He got out for 0. People doubted him. Critics said he wasn't ready. But do you know what he did next?
He came back stronger. In his second test match, a bouncer hit him on the nose. Blood was dripping, but he refused medical help and kept batting. That's not talent. That's courage.
Okay, but what about his failures later? He lost the World Cup in 1996 and 1999. That must have broken him.
Of course it did. Imagine working for years, dreaming of holding that World Cup trophy, and then watching it slip away. Not once, but multiple times. After India lost in 1996, he was so heartbroken that he didn't eat for days. But instead of quitting, he trained even harder.
But what if you work hard and still fail? That must be so frustrating.
It is.
In 2007, India got knocked out in the first round of the World Cup. Fans burned Sachin's posters.
Some even called for his retirement.
Imagine the pain of giving your entire life to a sport and still being doubted.
That's cruel. How did he deal with that?
He answered with his bat. He didn't let anger or criticism break him. He focused, trained harder, and in 2011, he fulfilled his lifelong dream, winning the World Cup for India.
But was he happy, or was he just proving people wrong?
He was emotional. He carried the burden of 1.3 billion dreams on his shoulders for 22 years. When India won, he had tears in his eyes. The entire team carried him on their shoulders around the stadium.
That was his moment.
So after all the struggles, all the heartbreaks, he finally got what he wanted.
Yes, but it didn't come easy. He gave his life to the game. He played through injuries, faced criticism, lost loved ones, but never gave up. Even when his father passed away in 1999, he returned to play a century just 3 days later. That's what champions do.
But I'm not Sachin. What if I don't have his strength?
You don't have to be him, but you can learn from him. You can choose to fight instead of quitting, to believe in yourself when no one else does, to get up every time you fall.
So you're saying success isn't about talent alone. It's about mindset.
Exactly. Sachin wasn't the tallest, strongest, or fastest, but he had the strongest willpower. And that's what made him a legend.
And remember, his journey started as a young boy practicing under a streetlight. If he can make it to the top, so can you. But only if you refuse to give up.
All right, maybe I've been making excuses. Maybe it's time to get back up and fight. That's the spirit. No dream is too big if you're willing to work for it.
Yes, because in the end, success belongs to those who never stop chasing it. But Sachin's greatness wasn't just about records. It was about his mindset. Do you know how he handled pressure? The whole country expected him to win matches alone. Every time he stepped onto the field, a billion hearts beat faster.
But isn't that unfair? Cricket is a team game. How can one man carry all that responsibility?
Exactly. And that's what made him different. He never complained. He never blamed anyone. Even when India lost, he took responsibility. He focused on what he could control, his own performance. That's why captains, teammates, and even opponents respected him so much.
But wasn't there a time when he struggled as a captain? He stepped down, right?
Wes, leadership isn't always about winning. He captained India twice, but didn't get the results he wanted. Instead of letting it break him, he made a selfless choice. He stepped down and played under younger captains. He put the team above his ego. That's a real leader.
But stepping down, doesn't that mean he failed as a captain?
Not at all. Leadership isn't about power, it's about impact. And he led in his own way, through his actions, his dedication, and his humility. Even after stepping down as captain, he became India's backbone. And when the team needed him, he was always there.
Okay, but what about personal struggles? We all have bad days, rejections, failures. How did he deal with those?
Sachin had plenty of struggles outside cricket too. Injuries kept haunting him. Tennis elbow, back pain, broken fingers. He played through immense pain. And let's not forget, he had to balance his family life too. Imagine missing your kids, birthdays, being away from home for months, all because your country needs you.
That must have been hard. Did he ever want to quit?
He never said it, but there were moments when the pressure was unbearable. Before the 2011 World Cup, he was already a legend, yet he still felt the weight of expectations. But instead of giving up, he pushed himself harder.
And that's why the 2011 victory meant so much to him.
Exactly. It wasn't just a trophy for him. It was a lifetime of sacrifice, pain, and relentless effort paying off. That's why his teammates lifted him on their shoulders. It wasn't just about winning. It was about fulfilling a dream that had taken decades of struggle.
But after all that, he's still retired. Why not play a little longer?
Because true champions know when to step away. He didn't wait for the game to push him out. He walked out with his head held high, leaving behind a legacy that will inspire generations.
So what's the biggest lesson from his life?
That success isn't about shortcuts. It's about discipline, sacrifice, and an unbreakable mindset. Sachin's story isn't just about cricket. It's about proving that if you have a dream and the courage to chase it, nothing is impossible.
So you're saying no matter how tough things get, just keep going.
Wes, struggles will come, failures will happen. But what matters is how you respond. Just like Sachin, rise every time you fall. Keep working hard and never stop believing in yourself.
If a boy from Mumbai's streets can become the greatest batsman in history, then what's stopping us?
Nothing, except our own excuses. So stop doubting yourself. Stop waiting for the right moment. Get up, work hard, and make your own success story.